think I probably purchased what this car became in probably 2008, I think. It was a Unos, which is the import MX5, in silver, with that wing, I believe, rear quarter was all stoved in. But the reason I did that was I just kind of refurbished one of my other MX5s, my turbo MX5, and then that had all had a respray and this and that. And I was still working. This was in the very early stages of the business. So I was still working, and I was traveling from Hailsham to Burgess Hill every day. Winter was coming. My car just had a full respray, and I thought, I don't want to drive that through the winter. So this car came up, which was £400. It had a roll cage in it. At the time, the roll cages were worth 250, and it had an MOT on it that would have got me through the winter. So I thought, okay, well, I'll buy it, I'll run that through the winter, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do with it afterwards, and I'll take the roll cage out, and that can go in the car that I've just rebuilt. So I did that, and then at the the end of its MOT period, I put it on my driveway, and I'd become rather attached to it. It was a silver, as I say, silver Mark 1. Both the silver and the white Mark 1 suffer from the paint just flaking off, which this car had started to do. So for me to have refurbished that car and sold it wasn't viable at the time, because Mark 1 MX5s, even in very good condition, were worth maybe £2,500. I would have had to invest more than that into it to get it to that point. So anyway, so I sat on the driveway for a while, started using the other car again, and one evening, whilst surfing the internet, I was reminded of a concept car that Mazda did. I think it was 96, they did a concept Speedster. And I saw that picture again. It wasn't like the first time I'd seen it, I had seen it, and it kind of reminded me, I thought, I'm going to build one. And that's the result of it. That was built in the 90s as a concept, and as such was quite 90s in its styling, with like sort of big fog lights in the front, a bit like the Subarus and things like that. So I didn't want to copy it, but I wanted to use it as inspiration. Again, going back to that time, forums were a big thing. Sadly, they're not so much anymore. I'd already got a bit of a reputation for sort of what I was doing with cars, so I put on that forum of what I was planning to do. And originally it was just a bit of fun. And the response I got very immediately was, damn it, I'm gonna have to do a really good job of this. People were immediately like, yes, do it, you've got to do it. It ended up where the project almost drove me. On stuff I'd done previously, people were expectant on what I would create from this initial me saying I was going to do it, which is a good thing, because we've got a result from it. And that really put MX5 Restorer on the map.